It's business as usual, as Judge Qin Xuewei hears all the questions raised by clients filing a lawsuit. The process is quite simple, but just 5 years ago, filing a case was much more difficult.
Unlike the previous practice of reviewing or examining cases before they're filed, under the reform, cases can be accepted immediately as long as they meet basic requirements.
你好，这里是北京市西城区人民法院12368分平台。
In 2015, China implemented a case filing register system, replacing the previous review system in a bid to streamline the process. Under the reform, many cases that were delayed or even ignored by courts, such as those against government departments, have now been filed. Judge Qin Xuewei has been witnessing the changes over the past 20 years.
I remember the first day the case registration system was implemented. It took the first client less than half an hour to finish all the case filing work. It's unimaginable compared with before.
Statistics provided by the top court show that Chinese courts have accepted some 138 million cases over the past 7 years, of which 93 million were civil disputes and 1.87 million were against government agencies. Liu Zheng, deputy director of the leading office on judicial reform at the Supreme People's Court, explains the reasons behind the figures.
全国范围
More than 95% of those cases were filed immediately after registration. To prevent a refusal of case filing, the top court has strengthened supervision by offering a report hotline for litigants and opening an online early warning system for courts.
Information technology has been playing a vital role in judicial reform. In this court, defendants and plaintiffs don't appear before the judge in person, but via video chat. Online hearings and trials have become the new norm of China's judicial system. Zhang Wen, president of the Beijing Internet Court, says their experiences can be used as a reference for other courts conducting online hearings.
我们是24小时不打烊的网上立案。
Our court works 24/7 per day, even during the pandemic. The Smart Court campaign nationwide and the online trial systems have answered the needs of the public to pursue justice.
Chinese courts heard nearly 1.3 million online cases last year, up 37.6% from the previous year. The Supreme People's Court initiated the Smart Court campaign, calling on courts to move their work online, including case filing, mediation, evidence exchange, hearings, sentencing, and document delivery.
A key feature of the system is that it allows litigants to file lawsuits entirely online with the help of modern technologies like artificial intelligence, blockchain, and big data. Filing lawsuits can be as convenient as online shopping.
The figures speak for themselves. Chinese courts filed 11.44 million cases via the internet last year, and evidence was exchanged online 2.6 million times. By the end of last year, more than 24.46 million disputes were mediated online, of which about 63% were successfully solved.
中国的智慧法院建设呢，其实
The internet courts in China are well reflections of China's Smart Court campaign. It's also unique in the world. There are a lot of discussions ahead on how to improve internet judiciary in the information age.
最高法院
The Supreme People's Court has given clear guidance on online trials, electronic service, identity authentication, and material submission in order to promote and regulate online litigation.
Over the past decade, China has been dedicated to reforming the country's judicial and legal sectors towards a goal of allowing people to have happy and safe lives. The presence of law has been enhanced in almost every aspect of people's daily lives.
President Xi Jinping has said building a moderately prosperous society in all respects had put higher demands on governance in accordance with the law. The Smart Court campaign is an example of that, as it aims to boost judicial openness and transparency, and further ensure social fairness, justice, and people's rights. Judge Qin Xuewei describes the modernization of governance in China as a process in which a more efficient legal system is created and government services are designed to adapt to people's needs.
把人民群众的
My greatest feeling is that our judicial reform is always people-centered. It aims to ensure every case can be filed without delay. The reform is so helpful to protect people's litigation rights.
Judge Qin Shuwei is just one of the many legal personnel who had witnessed firsthand the judicial transformation. As they know, Chinese courts have explored a new judicial model for the networked era and contributed Chinese wisdom and solutions to the world. 侯娜 CGTN, Beijing.